Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday, the 26th of October 2024. We had a very hot day here in Bangkok. It's evening already, but it was 36 degrees and felt like 42 degrees. It still feels like pretty much not far away from that, actually, even though the sun has gone down now. It's been a very sunny day, so I guess the warm weather is back again. After a kind of a little bit of a cooler spell. I think if mankind survives, and there is still such a thing as accurate history, both of which are extremely debatable now, but if they look back and see where they went wrong with the USA, hindsight, of course, is very easy. It's very easy to think about things in hindsight. But I would imagine that if they look back and try to decide where things went wrong, my reckoning is that Joe Biden will be blamed for not really understanding how bad Trump and the Republicans were quickly enough. As I say, with hindsight, you can say this. At the time, I think he was really trying, when he became president, he was really still trying to get the Republicans to be normal, sane people without understanding that it wasn't going to happen. And so he appointed Merrick Garland, and this has been in hindsight, that was such a bad move. Of course, he was kind of rewarding Merrick Garland because Garland had been kind of promised the seat, or was really scheduled to have the seat on the Supreme Court. But we know what happened with Mitch McConnell and the games that the Republicans played and the lies that they told, the double standards that they had regarding an appointment. And so they managed to block Garland's appointment to the Supreme Court. And of course, that managed to get them a Supreme Court later on with Gorsuch, and then of course with actually I think it wasn't Gorsuch, it was Kavanaugh, wasn't it, at that point anyway, and then later with Amy Coney Barrett. So they have a super majority there on the Supreme Court. But the problem is that Merrick Garland was basically a judge with judge-like attitude, and unfortunately to have dealt with Trump and the extreme corruption that's going on in America, you needed somebody who was more aggressive, more assertive as a prosecutor, not somebody who's going to be a judge and try to judge the cases. That wasn't what was needed. Judges can do that. What was needed was a more aggressive prosecutor to deal with cases and try to bring cases forward, and not be so worried about this institutionalism that has infected his regime, shall we say, that things must be out of the way of politics, because the Republicans have been using political stance for ages. Now, I don't mean that he should be a politician. I didn't mean it like that. What I mean is he should not be afraid to go after Republicans, and that's what's really happened. Merrick Garland has been a super coward because he has always kind of believed that politicians are beyond reproach or untouchable because they don't want to mix up politics and the law. To me, that seems to be a fatal flaw. And so it meant that such a long time went by before Trump was properly investigated for so many crimes. And of course, with the delays that his money is able to bring with the ridiculous US justice system, just constant delays. Every single decision about everything can be appealed to the Supreme Court, it seems. And so that just delays things for years and years. So and to be honest with you, Garland probably wouldn't have even acted unless the January 6th committee hadn't showed him up with all of the evidence that they uncovered. And now he's still not doing anything because Elon Musk has been offering this outrageous, outlandish $1 million reward for people who sign up as a Republican and enter a lottery. I mean, if that isn't the most clear example of vote buying you've ever seen in your life, I don't know what is. It's astonishing, and yet he's getting away with it. Why? He's rich. It's seen to be political, and Merrick Garland doesn't want to do anything that would appear political. No, it can't be done like that. I mean, I understand that because Bill Barr was so obviously had the stench of corruption around him, and the way that he protected Trump and did various deeds that really assisted Trump in his criminality. I could see why you wanted to go with something institutional. As I say, this is all in hindsight. It's very easy to say in hindsight. But I think that, as I say, if history ever survives, and the truth about fact-telling ever survives, which is very doubtful in today's post-truth world where so many people believe the world is flat, and so many people in America believe that Trump won the last election, they'll look back, and I think that's one of the major points that they'll say, it all went wrong there. Right, let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? This is the New York Times. I've been chatting for a long time. Sorry about that. It went on longer than I expected there. Let's talk about let's just play the Los Angeles Times expert level puzzle. I can see one's blocking like this, which puts one into one of those two squares, blocking across. One up, one down. That puts a one. Oh, sorry. Hit the wrong key on the keyboard again. One there. We've also got one blocking down here, one blocking down here, and one across there, and one across there. That's going to put one into that square there. Let's just go around in... we've got twos in those squares, so we've got one in one of those three squares over there. Oh, we've also got two there. That's not so good. And we've got twos up there. So try to remember that for later for me. You know how bad my memory is. Threes are like this. Anything else blocking down there? 2, 3, 8, 1, 1, 2. On it 2, we've got 182 there. Oh, hang on, we've got 182 there. So 8, 2 blocking down there, 2, 8 blocking there. So we've got ourselves a pair of 2 and 8 in this square. Shall we see what we can get? We've got 2 and 8. So we've got 6 across here, 6 across there. There is our 6. We've got 2 and 8 here. We've got 4 there. 2, 8. So we're looking for 2, 8, looking for 4, 5, 7, 9, I think. Right. So 7's there. Put 7 up there. 4. That's not much good. 9 there. Okay. So we got 9 blocking up here. So 9 is in one of those two squares blocking up, 9 across there. There's a 9. 9 across here, 9 across there. There's a 9. Five blocks these two squares, so we're going to get 5 here. We'll be left over here with 3 and 7, I think. So 7 blocking up there. There's our 7. Here's our 3. Okay, let's start going around again. Okay, we've got 4 blocking this square, 4 blocking this square, and 4 blocking down here, so there's a 4. I've got 8 and 2 over here. Because we've got 2 blocking up here and down here, 2 blocking up here, up and down there. So that means 2s are in those squares. So I know that that's 2 there. I've got 8 blocking like this, these 3 squares here. So that's got to be 2 and 8 at least. It could be... Can it be anything else, I wonder? What do we know about 9s? This column here, 5, 6, 8, I think we're missing 2, 5, 6, 8, 2, 5, 6, 8. 2, 5, 6, 8, yes. And we've got 2 and 5 across here. We've got 2 and 5 across here. That means that these 2 squares must be 2 or 5. And it means that this square or this square must be 6 or 8. And does that help? No. Does not. That's a shame. Oh, oh no, sorry. Oops, I was about to put in an extra 1 in a square we already in a blocks where we already have 1. That's no good, is it? Oh, I think this is going to be a pencil marker. I think this is a pencil marker game. Yeah, for me it's a pencil marker. It may not be for you, but it is for me. Alright, let's start with the 1s in those squares then. What do we know about the 2's? They are there and there, as I said before, somewhere along there, also there. Three blocks down there, that puts 3 into those squares, and up there. Fours are there. Somewhere across the middle. Pair there. 5's go in one of those 2 squares there. Somewhere up there. Sixes like this. Pair of 6's there. Sevens. 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 Eights. Eights down there. What did I say? Oh, 8 there. There's a 2, not 2, 5. Actually, I've just remembered something. I said this is 2, 5 in those squares there. So this 2 blocking here means that 2's have to be in those squares there. I also said 2 and 8 blocking down like this, didn't I? So I've put a 4 there without realizing I don't need a 4 there. Or rather, I cannot put a 4 there, I should say, because that's a pair of 2 and 8. 9's go here. 9's are there. 9's are there. Okay, so we got 4 and 9 here then, so the other digits here are 3 and 5 in those squares there, so that can't be a 5 up there. Let's try this again. 2. Pair of 6's there. I said 8's are somewhere along there, didn't I? Because we've got 8 blocking here, there, and there. Like that, okay. Wait a minute. Anything else on 8? 9. And actually I said, now, you didn't remind me, did you? We can't have 8 here, can we? Because I said... this is 2 and 5, right? So that 8 is not going to be there, is it? 8 has to be here or here. Because I had 2 and 5 in these squares here. And I had 6 and 8 in these 2 squares here. 6, 8. Like that. For this column. Don't know if that helps, mind you, but I do have to remember that this column is sorted. All right, what else? So I don't think there's anything much I can do here. So let's try again. So I've got to put in the 8s here, so 8s can still go in those squares there. All right, let's deal with this here. 1, 2s are okay. 3 blocks across here, and 3 blocks down there. So 3's still possible in those squares. 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not done yet. 5 blocks down here, so 5 still possible in all of those squares. 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like we've got a single 9 here then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is there or there. Yeah, we've got ourselves a 9 in this square here. Okay, that's good. Means that that can't be a 9. This has to be a 9 there. This has to be a 9, and that's going to give us 4 there and 5 there, and give us 7 in this square. So that's a 7 up there. Let's get rid of the 5 and the 7 there. So we have 2, 3, 8. Oh, this 5 now means that that's a 2. So in fact we get rid of the 2's there, and we're left with a pair of 3 and 8. Okay, this has to be a 5, and that's got to be a 5 there, and so this is not going to be a 5. This is the only space for a 5 in this block, which puts a pair of 5's over there. Okay, so three blocks across here, so we have a pair of 3's in those squares, but we've got 3 blocking up here, so this can't be a 3. That's going to have to be our 3, and this can't be a 3. 3's will be up there. So we are missing 3, 5, 6 up here, and the 3 and the 6 block this square, so it has to be a 5. So that's our 5 there, and we can remove these candidate 5's. And 5 is our first completed digit. We've got 4, 9 here, and so this will be 1 and 8, I think. Is there any help on 1 or 8? Not really. What do we know about 8? 8 could still be in any of these squares. And 8's still possible there. Uh, 7 blocks up there. That puts 7 into this square, meaning that's a 7, and this is not 7. 4 blocks across here, so that gives us 4 in that square. This has to be a 3. That's a 3. That's got to be a 6. That's got to be a 6 over there. This must be our 8 then. 8, sorry. And 6 down here. And that's our 8 there. So 8 there, 3 there. And a 2 up there. We still need an 8 in this row. So there's the 8. There's our 1. There's our 8. This has to be 2 and a 1 there. So 8 this square, 2 in that square, 2 over here, and the last number to place down here is 3, I guess. So that's our 3, that's our 3. This is definitely a 6. So is that. The missing number here is a 9. That's our 9, that's our 4. Nice and easy with candidates. No doubt many of you spotted the game without candidates, but I like to... Oh, sorry. I like to play this easy. 4 in that square there to finish off. That's it. That's our Los Angeles times expert level puzzle for a Saturday. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.